I'm sure this news would have come as a big setback for the Khalistani sympathizers and supporters within Canada. Surender Singh Lali, isn't it? How do you react to how this meeting went and Mark Carney's determination to reset ties despite pressure being exerted by Khalistani groups? They tried to sabotage the invitation to India for the G7 summit. It didn't happen. They tried to sabotage this visit by Prime Minister Modi to Canada. It didn't happen. And now look what's happened in the bilateral between the two leaders.
Thank you, Uday. Uday, it's such a pleasure and honor for me to be debating this for the maybe 50th time. And what we could see at NewsX, I'm so happy that it has also prevailed on the rational, prudent sense of Mark Carney. Because let's turn the argument around, because I think enough has been said by my very distinguished panelists before me from Indian point of view. Now let's look at it from the Canadian point of view. And Justin Trudeau, what he did. I mean, the biggest economy in the world is the United States, which has the biggest unguarded border with Canada, is out to annex you. The mercurial, mercantilist, megalomaniac monarch wants to not just belittle, but reduce Canada to its 51st state. Now that's insulting every Canadian out of the 4 crore people. And now China, China is already the second biggest economy. It's already known for meddling into the internal affairs of Canada by setting up police stations and bribing their member parliaments. And not to mention, what is China across the world known for? Currency manipulation, violation of intellectual property rights, copying and all of that. And now enter India, the largest democracy, a fellow English-speaking country, a large diaspora, leader of the global south, and soon to be the 3rd largest economy. So as Professor Nalapat rightly said that, Mark is not a career politician. So what he did, now answering your question, what he did, the way he welcomed the Honorable Prime Minister right from inviting, is a slap on these K elements. I don't want to call them the Sikh separatists because they don't represent Sikhs in any manner. 87% of us live in India. And even if there are close to 800,000 to 1 million Sikhs in Canada, they couldn't manage more than 90 cars in these professions. So these are a bunch of fringe rogues that the Canadian government now needs to rein in, because they're making noises. They're holding the future of 4 crore Canadians in terms of business between 2 developed English-speaking democracy and economies. And I'm just going to, make the last point, and then if you allow me to come back, I could tell you what they could do. Stephen Harper, he made the very right statement about just a few days ago. He says that as much as we would like to not to entertain the Quebec separatist political parties in the federal structure, similarly, we should not allow Sikh separatists also who talk about the dismemberment of a friendly country. So I'm so glad, Uday, well begun is half done. It does not mean that we can blindly walk into it, because there are 22 Punjabis elected into the House of Commons. I'm not painting all of them with one brush. In the farm movement, there were 5 member parliaments who made tweets against us. And the Brampton Municipal Council also passed a motion against the farm. So this is what Canada needs to look into, which I feel so far so good by Mark Carney, because he understands that instead of entertaining a few fringe rogues who are nothing but they operate as a mafia under the K lobby in all sorts of drugs, smuggling, human trafficking, and even prostitution as a front, cannot and should not be allowed to prevail in this very fraught and polarized world between 2 developed English-speaking democracies. Thank you there.